What's going on, y'all? It's your boy No Credit. I'm back again with another one. Need you guys do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, that notification icon for more videos and lives like these. That being said, let's get into it. I got a comment already from my man Bandel. He says, "Get Broner out of there. If Haney fights Broner, he loses my respect as a boxer. That's weaker than Ryan fighting Rolly." I disagree a little bit. I disagree. That fight would be for notoriety. Just how Ryan is fighting Rolly because he thinks that's a bigger fight than Haney. And also he thinks that's an easier fight, but he thinks is a bigger fight fighting Rolly than Haney. I disagree. I think Ryan versus Haney is a bigger fight than Rolly. But also Cape Man P, salute. No man, you easy root. What's up, though? What's good, buddy? Snoopy, you don't want this Tim Tszyu smoke. The Aussie son to the legend of Costa Tszyu, who stopped Zab Judah. You're trolling. You're trolling for sure. Tim Tszyu it's not on Terrence Crawford level. It'll be competitive for as long as it lasts. And then Tim is gonna get knocked out. We seen Tim Tszyu get dropped by C- fighter. And damn, I forgot that guy's name too. See? I don't even remember the dude name that dropped him. But he was a C- fighter and he dropped Tim Tszyu. And that was his first step up fight. How you get dropped in your first step up fight? His other fights been pretty good, but Crawford's going frying. I mean, so don't do that to yourself, Snoopy. But anyway, let's get into it. Adrian Broner, my man Bandel talking about he don't want to see Broner versus Haney. I don't mind that fight. I want to see Broner versus Haney. This fight will make Haney a bigger star. You guys are not looking at it from a commercial standpoint. Broner still has a big name. Y'all talking about the fight. Y'all not looking at it from being a draw. That's a big fight. That's a huge fight for Devin Haney. Devin Haney will break the he'll break the gap for the from the casuals to the hardcore fans. More casuals will know about Devin Haney if he fights Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner still has a huge casual fan base. You understand what I'm saying? So a fight like this will raise Devin Haney's profile. That's the only reason of fighting Adrian Broner. He's not fighting Broner because we know Broner is a tough task for Haney. Nah. We know Haney's gonna smoke Broner. But y'all missing the point. All right, let me give y'all another example. Gervonta Davis versus Rolly, the first fight. Gervonta ain't want to fight Rolly. He was like, man, I'm not fighting that guy Rolly. And then Floyd Mayweather explained to him that this guy can help you sell this fight. This guy can help you reach the casual fanboys of the world. Get your name out there. Gervonta fought Rolly. That fight was huge to a lot of casual fanboys. People gotta understand a lot of people that pay for these fights, they're casuals. A lot of y'all hardcore fans, y'all don't buy these fights. So if Devin Haney and his dad is smart, they should go after that Adrian Broner fight. because that fight is going to appeal to the casuals. I'm telling you, I just did a video on it. A lot of casuals was in Adrian Broner comments talking about, AB, you going to beat Devin Haney. Devin Haney's going to duck that smoke. A lot of casuals was in the comments. DC Young Fly, everybody was in Adrian Broner comment talking about, you going to beat Devin Haney. I'm like, huh? So I'm telling y'all, Devin Haney, if he was smart, he'll go after that fight. You know what I'm saying? So if he trying to get his name out there, he not going to get his name out there by fighting Sandor Martin. He's not going to get his name out there by fighting Mario Barrios. Your name not going to get out there. He needs to fight Broner. If he wants to get his clout up, he needs to fight Broner. A win over Broner takes him to another stratosphere because now he'll steal a lot of the casual fanboys. And people don't understand that. They're like, oh no, we don't want to see that fight. We don't want to see that fight. Listen, it's about getting your name bigger. You know what I'm saying? If Devin Haney wants to come to the table with Gervonta Davis, he got to show proof of his pay-per-view, of him being a pay-per-view draw. Or Gervonta is gonna say, man, you can't sell the pay-per-view. You can't fight, man. Or I'm gonna give you 70-30 because you're not a draw. If Devin Haney wants to be a draw and get in a ring with a guy like Gervonta Davis, who's all about talking money, he needs to fight guys like Broner to get his name out there, and people don't understand that. It is what it is. But with that being said, let's talk about Crawford versus Zoo. One honor, salute. Michael Simpson L. Jr., salute. One honor, salute. Crawford versus Zoo. I first heard about it from Bernie the Boxer. Bernie the Boxer said Crawford trying to be a four division world champion. And then after that fight, he wants to go straight into a Canelo Alvarez fight. I think that's a smart way to do it. But if I was going to do it, I was going to go to one. I was going to get one fight at 154, one fight at 160, then go to 168. You feel me? That's how you do it, Crawford. So if I was in Crawford corner, I'd tell him, get a fight at 154, take Tim Tszyu's belt, get a fight at 160, take whoever belt at 160 you want to take, then go to 168 for Canelo. So I would like to see Crawford get 2 fights in before he fights Canelo Alvarez. You feel me? Because that's the fight he want to get before he retires. So go get that Tim Tszyu fight after you knock off Tim Tszyu, because the skill, let me tell you people right now, the skill gap with Crawford and Tim Tszyu is too wide. It's like Devin Haney versus Regis Progress all over again, but Crawford has power in both hands. So what Devin couldn't do to Regis, even though he outclassed Regis, Crawford's going to be able to do to Tim Tszyu. Devin couldn't knock out Regis Progress, but Crawford can knock out Tim Tszyu. It's a similar fight where the skill gap is just too much. A guy can move up in weight and win because of the skill set. You understand what I'm saying? A guy can move up in weight and win all because of the skill set. This is a similar situation here we're looking at Crawford versus Tszyu. The skill set is just too wide. You could be big as shit, but when that skill set is just too wide, a gap for skill is just too wide, I mean, the pound for pound guy is going to come out on top every time. And Crawford is definitely the pound for pound #1 fight in the world. A fight with him and Zoo, he's going to make that. He's going to win that fight very convincingly. I don't see Tim Zoo going 12 rounds with Crawford. A guy like Crawford who has killer instinct like that, the guy has killer instincts. He punches hard in both hands. And his skills is levels above yours. Yeah. You ain't going 12 rounds with Crawford. You might as well just hand the belt over now. Tim Zoo might as well just give the belt over. He might as well say, "Here, bud, just take my belt." Ah, shit. Tim Zoo might as well just give Bud that belt for free. You hear me? Just get that man that belt, bro. Because there's no point of fighting him unless you just want your money. So just show up for your paycheck. Ah, shit. Tim Zoo just need to show up for his paycheck. Because there's no point of fighting somebody who's just levels above you. Like, the skill gap is, I'm telling y'all, the skill gap is just too vast. Crawford's skill set compared to Tim Zoo's skills, we can't compare the two. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's a cherry pick fight because Tim Zoo is a solid opponent, but the skill gap is just too wide. I'm telling y'all, the skill gap is just too wide. So it's going to be competitive in the early rounds, but then you're going to see the separation. The separation is going to be too big. The separation is going to be too big. The skill gap is just too much. I'm telling y'all, the skill gap is just way too much, guys. Way too much. You guys got to listen to what I'm saying. Tim Zoo versus Crawford, the skill gap is way too much. Remember, I told you this first. Trust me, the skill gap is just too wide for Tim to win a fight like that. If Tim has some skills, he's the bigger man. He has power, but he doesn't have pound for pound skills. So the skill gap is going to be too much. And Crawford's going to make that fight look easy. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. He's going to make that fight look easy. He's going to go up there and just collect another belt. And the crazy thing, a lot of fans are going to be saying, Tim Zoo's too big. He's too powerful. He's going to knock out Crawford. And that's not going to be the case. Salute, One Honor. Michael Simpson L. Jr., salute. Dan Tan, salute. I would rather see Broner versus Rolly. The build-up would be entertaining. I like to see that fight too. Champions need to fight the top contenders, not tomato cans, which is AB is now. Well, the top contenders need to get their name out there because if they don't, people are not going to want to fight them. They need to get their name out there. You know, AB's going to sell the shit out of that fight. We need Devin versus Teo in 2024. You need it, Snoopy. You need to go tell Teo to stop ducking and pricing himself out. Teo keep ducking and pricing himself out. He been ducking Devin Haney since 135. Devin Haney followed him to 140, and he's still ducking. So you talking about we need to see Devin versus Teo. You need to tell Teo to get in the ring with Dev. Teo don't want to fight that man. Teo been running. He ran to 140 when he could have fought Devin at 135, and it could have been for undisputed. He ducked Devin after he had a close fight with Vasyl Lomachenko, who was injured. You guys know Vasyl Lomachenko had a shoulder injury, right? When he fought Teofimo Lopez, he fought Teo with one arm. Vasyl Lomachenko fought Teofimo Lopez with one arm. Teofimo Lopez beat Vasyl Lomachenko with one. Vasyl Lomachenko had a close fight with Teofimo Lopez with one arm. When Vasyl Lomachenko fought Devin Haney, he was 100% healthy. When he fought Teofimo Lopez, he only had one arm. Let's be real, guys. So what are you talking about, Snoopy? Ryan fighting Rolly because it's more of a winnable fight, plus the belt would give Ryan some leverage. Ruben Sanchez, salute. Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk. Who y'all got winning that fight, y'all? Who y'all got winning that fight? Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk. Man, that's a tough fight to call. A lot of people is just going to say Tyson Fury. Me too. I'm leaning towards Tyson Fury winning that fight. But I think it's going to be a struggle. It's not going to be an easy one-sided fight like we see. I'm leaning towards Tyson, but I'm not gonna say I'm gonna put money on Tyson. I'm not putting money on Tyson. That means I'm not 100% sure. Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk. I'm leaning towards Tyson Fury to win that fight, but I won't put no money on it because I'm not 100% sure. Because I think Usyk can win that fight as well. I think that's a true 50-50 fight. I could be wrong. Tyson Fury could go in there and bully Alexander Usyk and win that fight. I could be wrong. This is one fight that I don't know who's really going to win. But because Tyson got just as much skills as Alexander Usyk, and he's the bigger man, so I'm going to slightly favor Tyson. But I could very well be wrong, and Usyk could go in there and outbox Tyson. You understand? That's why I'm saying. That's a fight I would never put money on. I won't ever put money on Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk because Tyson Fury, sometimes he don't rise to the occasion. He don't rise to the occasion. Sometimes he looks bad in fights he's supposed to dominate in. He gets into these fights, he's supposed to look good, and he looks bad. So I'm not too confident about putting money on Tyson, but I do favor Tyson to win slightly, just slightly. But if Alexander Usyk win, I won't be surprised because that's a guy who's dedicated to the sport and he doesn't like to lose and he doesn't know how to lose. And he has a lot of skills. The only difference is he's just undersized. If he was a little bigger, I would pick Alexander Usyk to beat Tyson. But I think the size advantage might be a factor because I think Tyson Fury knows how to use his size. He used his size against Deontay Wilder. He uses his size against smaller fighters. And he knows how to use his size. That's why I will rock with Tyson to beat Usyk. But like I said, I'm usually not a guy that pick fights based off the size. But Tyson has just as much skills as Usyk. That's why I'm slightly picking Tyson. But I'm not putting no money on it. I won't put no money on Tyson because I'm not 100% sure. You understand what I'm saying? Arthur Beterbiev versus Alexander Usyk. Beterbiev versus Bivol. That's another fight where I'm a little like, damn, I think Bivol's going to win. I think Beterbiev is going to win. That's a fight I can't put money on either. If you ask me with a straight face, 100%, who's going to win that fight? I'm going to tell you, I don't know. I'm not going to lie. At first, I was favoring Bivol to win the fight because you guys know I like the boxer. But now I'm like, this dude, Beterbiev, he's not slowing down. And it's hard to go 12 rounds with a guy like that, Beterbiev. You know, I keep going. Every day I try to break down this fight. I keep going back and forth. I keep going back and forth saying, I think Beterbiev's going to win. I think Bivol's going to win. I think Beterbiev's going to win. Some days I just say, you know what, Beterbiev's going to stop Bivol. Some days I'm like, nah, Bivol's going to keep his distance and outbox him. It's just these two fights at the bottom, Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk and Dmitry Bivol versus Arthur Beterbiev. Those two fights are very, very hard to call, in my opinion. I can't pick a winner. Maybe if you put a gun to my head, I'll give you a winner. So if you put a gun to my head and say you have to pick, I'm a slightly pick Tyson, but I'm still not confident. Hopefully I don't die because Usyk can win that fight. Bivol versus Beterbiev, man, that's a true 50-50 fight, bro. I don't know who to pick. But I won't be surprised if Bivol outboxes Beterbiev. But I won't be surprised Bivol's winning the fight and he get clipped and get knocked out because it's hard to go 12 rounds with Beterbiev. It is what it is. Now, Francis Ngannou versus Anthony Joshua. How do you keep a monster like that off you? One honor, salute. Yeah, it's too hard, man. Michael Simpson L. Jr. said, I got Fury for sure. I got Usyk for sure. Man, that's a toss-up for me, Michael Simpson L. Jr. I don't know who to pick in that fight, man. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. That's a toss-up for me. That's a toss-up. Both guys got skills, Usyk and Fury. But the only reason I give Fury the edge because he's the bigger man. And he has skills. So that's why. And he knows how to use his size. That's the only reason why I give him the edge. Smells like OTR says 100% KO for a reason. Yeah, but he's going against a master boxer, though. This dude is master when it comes to range. Range is a problem. When a guy can keep you at the end of his jab and not let you be able to get in, and he can win rounds like that easy. You understand what I'm saying? So it's really a toss-up, man. But I do slightly lean towards Beterbiev, but I'm not too confident because, yeah, I ain't gonna put money on him either. It's just too hard to pick, honestly. These two fights at the bottom, it's just really too hard to pick. Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou. I think Joshua's gonna knock out Francis Ngannou. I mean, Joshua's gonna show us why there's a difference from MMA fighters and boxers, road boxers. Fury was supposed to show us that, but Fury, he messed up that bag. He almost messed up the bag with him and Alexander Usyk, because a lot of people feel like he arguably lost to Francis Ngannou. I think Anthony Joshua is gonna stop Francis Ngannou. What do you guys think? You think Francis Ngannou is gonna get knocked out by Anthony Joshua? I think Joshua's gonna knock him out, man. I don't think this fight goes however many rounds they're fighting for. I think Anthony Joshua is gonna stop Francis Ngannou. Francis Ngannou is gonna realize he's in there with a solid heavyweight. Tyson Fury's a solid heavyweight, but I think we overhype Tyson Fury when it comes to knockout power. I don't believe Tyson Fury has this big knockout power like a Anthony Joshua. I think Anthony Joshua is a much bigger puncher than Tyson Fury. And Anthony Joshua has some skills too, some good boxing skills. Beterbiev will push Bivol on the ropes, and his punches too big damage to the smaller Bivol. I think AJ ain't gonna play with his fool and take Francis Ngannou seriously. Salute, one honor. I agree. I think I feel the same way, yo. I think Joshua's not gonna play with his food like Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, I think he ain't really take Francis Ngannou too serious, and it almost cost him because he almost lost that bag with what's his name, Uysk. Salute, one honor. What's going on, man? The sport 2024 is really heating up, though. 2024 is really heating up, man. I mean, I just heard that the Saudis is trying to make Gervonta versus Devin. I want to see that fight as well. But it don't look like Gervonta is interested in fighting Devin. Gervonta just be talking just to talk. I don't think he wants that fight. I think that's a winnable fight for Gervonta too, though. But Gervonta be acting like he don't want to fight these guys. I don't like his energy when it comes to making these big fights. He keep prolonging these fights. He got to realize he's the old. Gervonta needs to realize he's the older guy out of all of these young bucks. The more he prolong these fights, it's gonna be in their favor. Like seriously, Gervonta needs to realize that he's the older fighter, and he can't be prolonging these fights. If he prolong these fights, it's gonna work in the favor of these younger guys. This is not Vasyl Lomachenko he's prolonging. He's prolonging Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson. Them two guys, he needs to fight them guys now. Because if he's about to be in his 30s, them boys are still in their 20s. So he needs to fight these dudes now. Snoopy said, Tank is my favorite fighter. And I think he could beat anybody at 135, but he don't fight the best. No more fighting Cambosos for that belt. Tank versus Shakur is the fight. Yeah, Loma's about to become a champion again. Loma's going to beat the shit out of George Cambosos. Do George Cambosos really believe he has a shot to win that fight? George Cambosos might get knocked out. Vasyl Lomachenko might knock his ass out because he feel like he go. If he's fighting George Cambosos in Australia, I'm pretty sure Lomachenko is gonna. I'm pretty sure Lomachenko is gonna go for the knockout because he don't want to feel like he's gonna get robbed. I didn't think he got robbed versus Devin. I think he got robbed versus Teo. Honestly, I think that fight was much closer. I think the Teofimo Lopez fight versus Vasyl Lomachenko was a draw. I thought that was a draw. I didn't have Teo winning that fight. I thought it was a draw. I had Lomachenko coming back in the later rounds, and Teo didn't do enough to convincingly win the fight, in my opinion. It is what it is. You know, I thought it was a draw. I thought Devin Haney versus Lomachenko fight was much clearer than Teofimo Lopez versus Lomachenko. And Lomachenko wasn't injured in the Devin Haney fight. He was injured in the Teofimo Lopez fight. You know what I'm saying? But getting back to Terrence Crawford versus Tim Tszyu. That's a great fight. But like I said before, guys, the skill set is just too vast. Tank versus Shakur is the fight. They gave it a tail because Loma didn't do anything for 6 rounds. Yeah, he didn't, but he came on strong at the end. He came on strong. That's why I said the fight was a draw. I thought that fight was a draw, in my opinion. I watched that fight over and over again, and I thought it was a draw. I didn't think Teo beat the champion. He didn't do enough to beat the champion. I thought it was a draw. You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought. But it is what it is. That fight already happened a long time ago. So I was just disappointed at Teofimo Lopez. He didn't give Vasyl Lomachenko a rematch. He should have gave Lomachenko an immediate rematch. If you have a close fight, these guys got to realize when they have a close fight where the public is like, man, we think you lost that fight, right? They need a rematch, these guys. When the public believe you lost the fight, you need to rematch that guy immediately. You can't have people out here thinking you lost the fight. Just like Devin Haney versus Lomachenko. I think Devin Haney should have rematched Lomachenko immediately. In my opinion. Once you have a close fight, you got to rematch that guy immediately. Don't be out here with people thinking you lost the fight. That's a bad look, man. Rematch that guy and beat that guy convincingly. And beat him worse than the first time. So everybody can say, okay, maybe we were wrong. Maybe you did win that fight. We was probably just being biased. This is what Vasyl Lomachenko, this is what Teofimo Lopez should have did with Vasyl Lomachenko. But he failed to do that. You know what I'm saying? He should have did that with Vasyl Lomachenko. But he failed to do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, I want to see these fights. Teo win was better than Devin's. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. Devin won the 12th round. Devin won the 12th round against Vasyl Lomachenko. Devin won the last round. He came on real strong, and he won the last round convincingly. So I think that's why Devin won the fight more convincingly, because of that 12th round. The championship round, Devin Haney, he bit down and he went for it. You understand what I'm saying? Teofimo Lopez didn't do that. I think did Teo lose that 12th round? I think he did. I think he lost that 12th round. If I can recall, I think Teo lost that 12th round. It is what it is. I don't see Bud going to Australia. Well, you need some glasses if you don't see that. Because Bud could easily go to Australia and knock out Tim Cahoon. That's a fight I need to see. That's a fight the boxing fans want. Tim Cahoon versus Terrence Bud Crawford. Become a 4-division world champion. One Honor, hit that link if you're still on here. Hit the link, One Honor. Get on here. Let's talk boxing. I'm getting off pretty soon, though, because I got to go watch some basketball. I don't be on here every day, y'all, because I'll be watching basketball. By the time basketball's over, it be like 1 in the morning. That's why I don't be on here. You feel me? And I was watching the game just now too. I got to get back to watching that game. I've been watching a lot of basketball. These teams been playing really good basketball. You know what I'm saying? I've been watching a lot of entertaining fights. I meant games. I said fights. A lot of entertaining games. And I was just watching. Sit this drone down right here. But yeah, also Gervonta Davis is saying he punched on Sean Porter. How you guys think about that? Gervonta said when he was in camp with Sean Porter was over 147, and he beat up on Sean Porter. Do y'all believe that? Who will win in a real fight? Sean Porter versus Gervonta Davis. Oh, man. Davis said he beat Sean Porter up in sparring. Gervonta, he fights at 135. Sean Porter fights 2 weight classes above Gervonta Davis. It's the skill set, man. And Gervonta got power. I keep telling y'all, man. Skills pays the bill. A guy can be 2-3 weight classes lower than you and beat your ass because his skill set is too much. He is short too. Yeah, Sean Porter is small. But what I'm saying is a guy can be 2-3 weight classes smaller than you and still beat you up. This is what people don't understand. He could do that because his skill set is just too much compared to yours. That's why I don't like fighting a lot of smaller fighters, small, slick fighters. Because it's hard to keep up with them small guys. Them dudes is fast, quick. And if they got good defense, you can't touch them, you're going to be frustrated. You trying to hit somebody and you can't touch them, it's very frustrating, guys. Very frustrating. But I don't doubt that Gervonta Davis put hands and feet on Sean Porter. And Sean Porter didn't deny it either. He admitted that Gervonta Davis beat him up. He said he was going through something when he sparred Gervonta Davis. I don't buy that. The skill level was just too much. Gervonta did put hands and feet on Sean Porter. Because Gervonta, he spars bigger guys. So he spars, sometimes I see him sparring some heavyweights. Not like elite heavyweights, but when I say a guy's a heavyweight, a guy could be over 200 pounds. Gervonta get in there with him because he has so much power. He could spar bigger guys. So if he's sparring, what's his name? Sean Porter, I don't doubt the fact that he punched on Sean Porter. But anyway, guys, I gotta go. I gotta watch some boxing real quick. I said boxing. I gotta watch some basketball, and I gotta eat my dinner. I might come back later at the basketball, but basketball is not done till like 1. It's your boy No Credit, and I'm out.